Hello everybody and welcome back. This is Keejchen with some more Dominions 5. We are about the God of Friwald in summer year 5 of the Ascension Wars. It's turn 64 and let's just dive right into it. We have reached construction level 7 and are now heading for construction level 8 so that we can make those sweet magical, unique magic items. We've cast some site searching spells. I don't believe we find anything this turn. Oh, we have cast Dispel on the Eternal Pyre that Avas had up. So no more of that. And we've cast our own Well of Misery. Both of which were successful. That's nice. We found a magic site in the Cerulean Sea. Field of Undead Clams. It's just one more death gem per turn, but that's also nice. We have a proclamation from Avas. So they... Dire Flyer, the Scout. Huh. A scout as a prophet. Very cool. And some blood hunting. Let's go for the battles. I'm gonna try a new system here, which is we are gonna, instead of watching all of them, because I noticed that battles take 30 minutes in my videos. So we'll do it like this. A vampire lord comes into the below and will take out whatever was in there, and he controls that province now. So enough. Here's an actual battle. So we'll go in and watch that one then. This is against an Lamia force of Atinium with some mage support. We have our forward advance party moving in. We have a good amount of mage support ourselves. The first giant will go down, I think. Or no? Is he gonna make it? He's being hurt. One giant down. But once the Skeleton reaches the front, they will sort of hold up the Lamias for as long as is necessary. And will probably be able to just hold them off in the rest of the match. I don't think that they get through it. They are sort of thinning out as well. We lost one giant, but the other 4 are holding. We have a flanking force of 4 Banes moving around. And they are going to go for the mages, I hope. Going to go for this guy. Let's speed it up a bit. We've won the center fight, I believe. This giant is holding. Yeah, they have such a large HP pool. We've reached one of the mages there in the back. And he dies. Very nice. And we have these 4 mages. 1 is running, 2 is running away. I don't think we'll catch this guy. So now we would like to catch these other 2, but here comes the center line, and down they go. Very good. So that wasn't enough in winner. An Angel of Fury is clearing out a province of Rosbart, that is in here. The Sacred Lake, we are encountering... Oh, we were beaten. We have a raiding party from Atinium moving in into one of our sea provinces. Then in Lake Seaweed we are just moving forward with our underwater raiding force here. We have Hesperia, and Angel is now sitting on top of one of the forts of Shenton. I think the last fort in Shenton. The caverns, we raid that with 3 buried consorts. Ashenton, we are reclaiming some territories with our mages here. In Windsong Forest, we have our monster party here moving forward into a province of Shenton. Kepria, we are moving forward into a... This is, let's see, Kepria, that's here. Moving forward where the Demon Knights were last turn, but they've moved away, so Frostbite did not stay this turn, which is nice. There's a battle in Atinium. This is just a Wraithlord moving on top of their capital. Killed all the province defense, of which there was a lot, but he manages to pull through. That's nice. In Lithia, we are being raided by Rosbart with 16 Rosbart Maria Crushes. That is here. Then in, let's see, Lombaria, a Wraithlord killing some fishmen in the Mere. We have an Angel of Fury killing some Chantineers. In the Deep Black Sea, we are moving forward with our underwater army, and we actually encounter a proper army here. They were sieging our fort, right? So we vastly outnumber them. We can speed through it here. We're also, I think, spamming living water here. So with water elementals and the shark knights, they are an attack rear, I believe, so they will move back and kill the mage, I think. Now, our actual units seem to be bullied a little bit in the center line, but then the water elementals reach the front line. And the shark knights did indeed go around the flank, and then once all the leaders are gone, we managed to move in and kill most of them. I don't think they have anywhere to run either. Let's see, in the Deep Black Sea. Oh, they did have somewhere to run, so they ran to the Sacred Lake, where they just cleared with another force, so that was lucky for them. They could have moved on to land, I suppose. And Hailmire. We are moving forward with another army. Carrion Mire, we had our mundane troops move in and just take that one from Shenton. In Shenton itself, there's an interesting battle. This is the AI, I believe, sending out most of what is inside the capital to end the siege. So we will see, once again, from Shenton, we see which I don't know if that is inherent to this nation, but they seem to just always be using a large amount of mages. We have 2 angels, one there and one at the back. And they'll be duking it out. This is Peregrine, who has Regen, but he's already taken a Drain Life to the face. But he kills a mage, more Drain Life coming in there, which is harsh. And now he's being surrounded by skeletons. In the center line, we have a large amount of monster units that will hopefully power through, but they are being held back by Skeleton Spam and this rage being cast onto our hill giants, making them hit our own troops and such. Let's see, insert Hobbit name here, flies into the center of the mage core and is now killing some mages. One of them had Phoenix Pyre up and exploded. Meanwhile, Peregrine has been surrounded. He's down to 21 hit points. The other angel has flown up and is now landed in here. He's down to 28 hit points, but has an elixir of life instead. And we had 2 Wraith Lords in here, I believe. One more somewhere. Well, the first one was already killed. And these Wraith Lords will be vanquished permanently if we can win here. Peregrine is being bullied by an air elemental, but now he hit it so that it is reduced in size. And the Wraith Warlord is now holding up the center line, but as we know, the hill giants can eat them, so he might fall in a second with a bit of luck. And Peregrine will be locked down by these skeletons for the rest of the fight, but then insert Hobbit name here has now chosen to go for the mages, which is nice. And they are killing them. And I believe the fight is won. Let's speed it up. Just need to kill as many of them as we can before they run away. And we won. So in Shenton, that is a lot of mages dead. We found a lot of different items as well. And our Angels of Fury here are both alive. We lost one Buried Initiate and the High Priest that we had in there, and then a bunch of units, 1 Hill Giant, but nothing else that is important or was important. And then in Towen, we are being attacked by a raiding force of different monster types from Actinium, and they kill our province defense. In Miskia, we have High Readers of the Scripture destroying some, with 14 Demon Knights destroying some province defense, not really a fight worth watching. In Talito, Wraithlord killing more province defense from Frostbot. In Mudwater Caves, we are actually... No, let's not watch it. It's Balthasar, I believe is his name, and some Bone Fiends are taking this cave province from Tinium, and they only have 1 mage and a few units, so they will lose to his Skeleton Spam. Florian, an Angel of Fury, kills a bunch of province defense, actually quite a lot of them, but we know the Angels of Fury, they are worth it. Mergor is being cleared by a Wraithboard. They actually had a gelatinous cube, but I guess it can't make it to the Wraithboard because it's so slow. And it's the only thing here that could have a chance of hurting him. In the Cavern Realm, Bob is clearing out the siege that was on our throne province. This is a bunch of monster units led by this Bane here, I believe. He must be the leader. Yes, he has leadership. And you check his script. He's casting Strength of Gaia, Summon Earth Power. Seems to be a-okay. He's up to 27. Protection with Invulnerability. He's now up to 33 protection against mundane troops. We do have these dispossessed spirits, which they aren't super good, but they can hurt him, I suppose. But he has a Wine Shield and he's regenerating. So it's gonna be hard for them to do anything to him. The Bane is now in the fight here. Oh, and he gets killed, yeah, so they rout. And I believe they have nowhere to run, so they will die. In the Fortress of Shenton, we are gonna clear out the capital if we can. I believe everything that was in here attacked out, yeah. So these are the guys that fled from that outer fight. And speed it up. Yeah. This is insert Hobbit name flying in, and he kills the mages, and that sort of finishes the fight. So that was all the battles done in a little bit faster than we usually do. Let me know if you prefer this method or the other one. I quite like seeing the battles, but I sort of, since I'm still behind, I want to move through it a little bit faster. So Sothalar, there was an increase in province defense again underwater. So all of these provinces have now gotten high province defense, and I don't know, it seems to be a tendency underwater. Carrier Maya, we gain a bunch of gems. In Cerulean Sea, we get a little bit of population. That's nice. Atticus was discovered and attacked in Ocrathon, and he was not scripted to retreat, so he will die. But as usual, Portis has some collateral damage whenever we have a fight with him. A lot of it was in province defense what died, but he does lose a Serpent Fiend and 2 Impalers and 1 Heavy Infantry, so like he costs 25, then the Heavy Infantry is almost there, and then 2 so almost more gold, and then 1 Serpent Fiend, which is a summon, so yeah. For losing a scout, it's definitely worth it. Now, we are not fighting Bortis, but Sneaking enemy was discovered and killed by our forces. That was from Actinium, and we are sieging Actinium with a Wraithlord, and we are sieging Hesperia with an Angel, and then that's it. We patrol, and we get 2. I guess we lost 2 mages, but they have come back as whites. Alright. I'll try to make this turn sort of quick, because not a lot's going on. We are mostly fighting AI, except for Hrasbad. Hrasbad is still in it, and he moved his Demon Knights backwards. Let me check that I am not lying to you. Yeah, they are indeed still human here, and Portis has got AI, indeed. So we are going to be focusing some of our effort, at least. 4 angels will fly in here and sit on top of Okajab just to, again, shut down patrolling and blood hunting. And then, if we look at the statistics, the scores graphs, this is a turn where a lot of things really happen for us. You saw there was a lot of fights, and we gained a lot of ground in a lot of places. Forts have gone up. Income has finally skyrocketed. So after the wars, we've closed some wars and turned Shenton AI, and we are now finally seeing the real benefit of these wars. We are claiming all the territory that was left behind by him and by Tinium. Tinium is finally being beaten. So yeah, income in both gems and gold has skyrocketed. Research is increasing slightly. Dominion still growing. And army size actually fell because we had so many battles this turn. But we will be reinvesting it into our armies, of course. Let's see. We're not sending any messages. And it's about 9 turns until the treaty with Avas ends at this point, so we're gonna still be claiming all the land we can from the AIs that are remaining. Like Shenton has a bit up here, this fort here is something we need to take. The angels are flying everywhere. We're flying Keejchen self-insert here into Farah, that is still ruled by special monsters. It says it's free from any military units, but we will soon see what is in there. And we have 1 stack of Lamias remaining in Atinium, and of course they have something inside their capital, I believe, and they have a little bit of units over here. We will be challenging that and coming in from this side to siege Remire as well. And our Wraith Lords are continually raiding. Same thing over here. We have a few stacks. These are mercenaries hired by Shenton. And I believe we can beat both of these armies. And then we need to move from here. I believe we're moving some angels up here now. Yeah. And Frodo the Third is taking Green Marshes. So we're trying to use the angels effectively here. And then this army in here will be moving up towards Hesperia to siege that down. Excuse me. And then soonish, I will start focusing on at least clearing this throne. We have Laria right next to it, so we can spawn units in here that will help clearing Royal's Edge Mountains. And then the next goal, after we have taken Natinium's capital and Rimai, we will be going for Spring Spires. We can lock those down. And we need all but 1 throne, and I think the 1 throne that I would leave behind would be the one in deep in Avast territory. So if I can claim the other 5, we can win the game that way. That's sort of the idea I have at this point. But for troop movements, we don't need to go into detail. It's mostly, I'll admit, I don't do a whole lot for attacking AI. I just sort of stack my units in and give them some basic scripts. I don't give it too much thought, and that's why we are playing a multiplayer game. I don't really want to fight AI, but I kind of have to do it. So I won't go into detail. We're casting Twiceborn in Iona, and we are doing another Starshine Skullcappers, and we need more of those. We can do all the crafting and such. There might be some interesting things. This is the turn where Bob forges a Tree Lord Staff, which is one of the items that we will need once we reach Construction 8. So we can forge the Chalice, the Holy Grail, which will allow us to heal afflictions on units, primarily with the angels in mind. And actually, I've recently learned that I was maybe a little bit too hasty in that, because we could have just cast the Gift of Health, right? This one basically does the same. It's now controlled by Tinium, but we could dispel this and then take it ourselves, or we could just kill Tinium and then put it up, and I probably will put it up once we manage to kill Tinium. We are moving Come At Me Bro, the Prophet, into Shem to claim this throne, because at this point I don't mind showing that I have it. And let's see, let's continue with the crafting. In here we are doing a Dwarven Hammer. We need 1 more, I think. At some point it won't be worth doing Dwarven Hammers anymore, but I think we can do with 1 more. It takes about 7 turns for it to pay for itself if you use it continuously, and I'm assuming that it will be at least 7 more turns. And we are forging enough. We have lots of gems. More site searching spells, because why not? Let's see, we're forging a Chainmail of Displacement, just to use the air gems for something interesting. Bloody Pete is researching, which is probably a mistake. He should be doing something with the Blood Slaves, but whatever. In here, Forge Armor of Knights. In Archenshire, we're forging a Dancing Trident. In the water here, we're doing more boosts of quickness. We're building a lab now in Green Gate, finally, and a temple. Where's Linde going? She's going to Lithia to thug it out and take that province. We are sending Gollum and Tulisa up in the below. I'm assuming this vampire would move out of here. In Laria, we are building Fortress. We are forging a Crown of Lead. We're calling another Wraith Lord. We are doing Contact Hill Giant, and we're doing another Heavenly Wrath and Voice of Apsu here. We are building Castle in Shantu now. We just took it, and now we will be upgrading it so we can hold it better. I think that's most of it. Yeah. So now a lot of interesting things going on. As for Frostbite, I really think that we have him locked down more or less. The Demon Knights have proven me wrong more than once. If you look at this battle here, I speed it up. Like they collide with the province defense here and just insta-rouse them. Once again, they are super powerful. And we will have to deal with them and some of his other things, of course. But the angels, like this attack here, is something we can continue doing. I'm putting 4 of them together because we know he has that golden cow, and I don't want to deal with that kind of shenanigans. So I'm being cautious, but we will, like, once we've taken all of Shenton here, the forces that we've used to do that, we'll move into the God Coast, or through the hole and up here. Same with whatever, once we clear up Atinium, whatever we have, we'll be pushing south into Harasbat, and the idea is that, you know, since we have at the end of the 9-turned treaty, we will hopefully be surrounding Avast with enough troops that we can make sort of a blitzkrieg and break his will, if nothing else, or take the thrones. But he does have this big army here, 210. I'm not sure why he isn't being more pushy against the Poetis AI. Like, this army could surely take the Silver Swarms really quickly, is my assumption. So I'm not sure why he's being so cautious. But I'm sure that maybe I don't know. It feels like he's being really cautious. Which I think he needs to be a little bit more aggressive here. Bob is holding and forging. And that's sort of it for this turn. So we will keep going. No mercenaries being bought or anything. Let me know if you like this way of showing battles. I think it was a lot quicker, and I hope you guys enjoyed still. This will be it for this episode, so thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.